This is day 16 of trying a different Canadian wines every day until we hit 1,000 subscriber. So if you haven't joined yet, hit the bell below, join Carl's Wine Club on our new YouTube channel and help us spread the love and the joy of Canadian wines because that's what we do. And today we are cracking a Pinot Noir from Prince Edward County, one of my very favorite sub-region of Ontario, a mecca of Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. And I have here one of the best, if not the best, or at least my very favorite producer of Pinot and Chardonnay. This is Clausen Chase Vineyard, the South Glow from the 2022 vintage. Keith Dyer, winemaker at Clausen Chase, has been there forever. No one almost knows the terroir of Prince Edward County as much as he do, and he's an absolute rock star. We love working with him, and his wines are absolutely fantastic. So today we're gonna talk about this beautiful 2022 Pinot Noir, which was one of our star of the Pan-Canadian Masterclass last year, hosted at Sue-Ann Staff in Niagara, alongside the De Silva 2022 Pinot Noir. So we had a duo of Pinots from both sides of the country, and this is the South Glow. So let's talk about Clausen Chase. Let's talk about the South Glow, because Clausen Chase owns 3 different vineyards in Prince Edward County: the Churchside Vineyard and the South Glow Vineyard. South Glow is a 15 acres, south-facing, and absolutely perfect to grow and make Pinot Noir. And here we have a 92-point wine, which I would say is a little bit of a bone style type of wine. I mean, I'm in all Burgundy mode right now. We're taking a group of members in Burgundy in June, and now more and more I'm trying to make some association between what I taste here from Canada and from what can I compare with on the international stage. And when I taste that, I attempt to taste like Sauvigny-les-Beaune or something like that. This is all in elegance. This is all in complexity, beautiful earthiness, a little bit of mushroom on the nose, lots of floral note, like dark cherry, bright cherry, also a little hint of savoriness, raspberry note as well. Very expressive nose here on that 22 South Glow. I would like to just bring a little bit of a difference between the South Glow and the Churchside, because I love tasting these 2 wines from Clausen Chase alongside each other. Now, today we only have the South Glow, but the Churchside often comes up a little bit more different. Churchside, a little bit more structure, a little bit more minerality. South Glow often comes up a little bit more gracious, a little bit more round, with a little bit more body. So I like to have both side by side, because it gives me that the perception, it gives me the result of 2 very different exposure, and what the piece of land can express in this beautiful area of Prince Edward County. By the way, we are going to be there in Prince Edward County in May with a bunch of members. And yes, Clausen Chase is going to be one of our main destination, because, I mean, what a jam to have the chance to exchange and to share with Keith Dyer, one of the most knowledgeable guy that I know in the industry. So let's talk about that very specific wine, okay? We already chatted about the nose a little bit, which is a little floral. There's a little bit of potpourri in there. Some roses, a little bit of wildflower as well. But yeah, the dark cherry, red cherry, A hint of sweet cranberry as well with crushed raspberry. I get a little bit of oak as well, like subtle, not overpowering, but absolutely right there. It well involved, well included, well immersed in the whole aroma sequence. Yeah, that's a beautiful, and I love that beautiful bold Pinot Noir glass with that wine. It just helps him to just like very express himself the proper way. And more that I swirl, more that I get some sweet fruit underneath, a little bit of like Christmas cake type of aromas here, like that red and green cherry. You know, like these little green cherry, macerated green cherry that grandma put in the Christmas cake. That's like I got like a little bit of cinnamon as well. Oh yeah, that is a beauty. That's just getting open up right now. So let's give it a try, okay? Let's give it a little swirl and a little taste. Yeah, sweet fruit coming out right out of the gate on the front palate, but some savoriness, a little bit of light tobacco comes up. There's a little bit of a ripe cranberry who hits me on the mid palate. The oaks start to get involved also on the palate right midway through. Nice soft spice start to develop from the mid palate to the finish. A little bit of a charcoal like minerality past the mid palate all the way to the end really help clamp down, like to get some edges to the wine. Bright acidity, absolutely beautiful level of acidity. I really enjoy that. It's nice, it's complex, it's not heavy. It's definitely let's say like a 12.5% alcohol. This is absolutely pinpoint in my wheelhouse of elegant Pinot Noir. This is totally on the old world side, mid body, nothing too big. The tannin are not too astringent. The tannin are already softened up, nothing too much in your face. Mm. But wonderful elegance. Yeah. Totally like Beaune du Château from the Beaune region, Savigny-les-Beaunes. Not too much on dark fruit, almost all on red fruit, but very nice development and bright acid who keeps everything lifted. I give that wine a 92 points. Last summer, when we were sitting at Suan staff, I stand behind that score. This one is evolving exactly like expected. This is a wine that I think 7 years would be like his prime window of drinkability. It's drinking well now, actually, but to me, it's more of a between 2028 to 2030, where it's like wide open window will be absolutely like wide, like really expressive. But fun enough, because I had the privilege to taste the 2023, which I rated 95 points, which was on my top 10 wine of the year this year. I think it was in my top 5. Incredible. The 23 was probably the best wine that Keith Dyer ever made, to my personal opinion. But 22, I mean, just rolling with the vintage, right? Keith absolutely, I would say, executed the best that he can with a not a perfect vintage, but something that he had some good thing to do with, to work with. And yeah, 2022 is a beautiful wine, all in elegance, as I mentioned a little earlier. And I can't wait, because I've never been to Prince Edward County personally. We've traveled to Niagara so many times. We live here in the Okanagan on the West Coast. We're visiting wineries on a weekly basis. But Prince Edward County is a region that we have never been before as a touring a group, and we are doing that in May. And yeah, like I mentioned in the opening, Keith Dyer, Clausen Chase are going to be in our itinerary, the centerpiece of that. Really looking forward, looking probably to visit also Rose Hall Run, which is one of my favorite winery out there. Carlo Estate, which has some really cool stuff as well. So, I mean, Clausen Chase produce every year some stunning wine. Like, I mean, I remember from the 2019 vintage, like the Grand Cuvée from Clausen Chase in 2019 won some international award. I've been reading these wines very highly on the yearly basis. And there's 4 main wines made at Clausen Chase, which is the South Clos and the Church side, on the Chardonnay side and on the Pinot Noir side. Both these 4 wines are always neck. Some years I would see the Church sides coming on top when I taste them blind. Now that I'm getting used to, I believe that I can like very perceive which one is which. But both sides, Pinot and Chardonnay, Church side and South Clos, are some amazing selection every year. In great vintage, Keith also produced Grand Cuvée, which is a blend of both vintage, vineyards, and they also do a Pinot Gris from the KJ Watson vineyard, and they have some like the Danforth vineyard as well. So they play a lot with the wide selection of Pinot Noir and these 2 very specific Chardonnay. I have here some people who are joining us. Daryl here. Great to hear Daryl. Dale Cadeau as well. On the train on the way home from Vancouver. There you go. You met with Richard De Silva at the Vancouver Wine Festival, because yes, the festival is going on here on the West Coast. So lots of stuff going on in the wine world. But I wanted to highlight Prince Edward County. I would say probably the county has something like 20-30 wineries probably in the county. I don't know. I didn't make the research, but this is like probably like around 30 wineries. Climat, a terroir who looks like it will really resemble in terms of weather as Burgundy, where they buried the trunk of the vines in the winter to make sure we protect the vines against the frost, because this is a very cold place to grow vines, to grow grape, and to be a wine producer. But in this cold climate, they definitely have a beautiful terroir, and the beautiful expression of Prince Edward County really resonate with what I like in terms of premium or really expressive Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, a region that if you haven't had the chance to try, I highly recommend. There's some really top-notch Pinot and Chards coming from there, and amazing producers. So this is my 92-point South Clos Chardonnay Pinot Noir, a beautiful wine from Prince Edward County at Clausen Chase Vineyard. So thank you for joining, and we'll meet you again tomorrow for another discovery of Canadian wine. If you haven't joined, if you haven't clicked the bell below, just follow along, because every day we're tasting a different Canadian wines. Spread the joy, spread the love for our world-class wine out there on the YouTube platform and across platform as well. So thank you for joining. I'll see you tomorrow.